Go, baby, go.
I can't. What's going on, guys? Star Sizzle here. Today is day 2 of fishing out of the Sebastian Inlet with Captain Justin of Fillet Show Fishing Charters. And today we're going to go after grouper and then hopefully some mangrove snapper. But we're trying to get out early before the storms, so we got to make a long run right now.
Go, yeah.
He's on. There he is. There's something there. All right. We are now 25 miles out today. Yesterday we were a little shallower than this, but today we're in about 180 feet of water. Grouper fishing this morning. Figured we need to get out to deep water early before the storms today because it is, ooh, this fish is digging. I think I got a good fish on, but we just dropped down a live pinfish, or very frisky pinfish, and we're using a big 8/0 mustad circle hook. Ooh, this fish is pulling. Oh God, come on. Wow, it's like just got a whole bunch of bite. And we are actually targeting black groupers, or any grouper that wants to hit. And I honestly thought it was a black grouper. It was just digging real hard, fighting all the way to the surface. Once I finally got this fish up, I realized that it's an amberjack. And amberjacks are great fighting fish. They're a lot of fun to catch. And they're pretty good to eat too. The bite was really turning on, and next thing I know, I'm hooked up on the bottom again. And this fish was a weird fish. And what I mean by a weird fish is the fight was really strange all the way to the surface. It almost felt like I was lifting up a big brick or like a coral reef from the bottom. And once I got it to the boat, I realized it was a beautiful red snapper. Red snapper season is currently closed in the Atlantic Ocean, but it's open in the Gulf side. And this fish ended up getting wrapped around the actual anal fins and dorsal fins. It was really strange. He wasn't hooked in the mouth. But what a beautiful fish! And he was released unharmed. Captain Justin was really working the chicken rig on the bottom, and he was slaying the porgies. And the porgies he was catching were called champagne porgies. They're a beautiful color, they're really delicious. Don't treat them as a trash fish because, believe it or not, a lot of people, that's one of their favorite fish to eat.
Go, baby, go.
I can't! Oh God!
I think he got you in the rock.
Yeah, he did. Instantly. Jeez Louise. There's nothing I could do there, man. Oh, still pulling. Oh.
Okay, let's try letting it go slack and see if it is.
Okay.
Just if he swims out.
Okay. Drop it. Oh man. Fish took that thing and ran right into a rock this way. That was like instant, just like that. Definitely a grouper, hopefully a monster grouper, but it just, the rod started to bend, I started reeling, it was too late, he was already in his hole. So, that's grouper fishing. So Captain Justin just said to go ahead and back off the drag, because when you're catching a grouper or you end up hooking a grouper, a lot of the times, all the time, the groupers go right back into their rock or their hole or wherever they live. And sometimes when they get rocked up like that, you can loosen your drag and put it in free spool and kind of just give them some extra room and they don't feel that pressure on their mouth. Sometimes they will swim back out of their rock and then you can land them. So we've loosened the drag here. We're not tight on the fish anymore, but we are still hooked to him. He's just in the rock. So hopefully he'll swim out. We'll see what happens here.
Break.
Yeah. It came out though and I have the weight. All right, so I just tightened down back on the fish and I just felt something pop. So we're gonna find out here what happened, but I think the leader might have frayed. We got the weight, so that's good. And there's a hook there. Hook pulled. What? It's not too frayed up. Oh, right there it is. Just pull the hook. I guess when we gave him some slack, maybe the hook got loose and pulled when I tightened back down on him. But that's grouper fishing. It's really tough out here, guys. And I've probably hooked, I think maybe like at least like 2 groupers, and just one I got like 30 feet up and came off, and then that was definitely a grouper. We got rocked up. But if you guys want to catch some monster groupers, some monster mangrove snappers, basically any fish here in Sebastian, fish the inlet, catch monster red snook, big monster snook, big redfish, they have it all here. So I highly recommend Captain Justin of Filet Show Fishing Charters here out of Sebastian, Florida, and I'll link that down in the description below. But he can put you on the fish, inshore, offshore, at the inlet, doesn't matter. He's a great fisherman.
What kind of catfish you got there?
He's not a tarpon. He's not jumping.
No?
No, he's not jumping. I think it's cat.
It's not a cat.
That'd be a big ass cat.
That's what I was saying. You gotta get in the water.
Yeah, he's wrapped me.
Get over there. Untie us.
I can't.
Untie us.
We can go over there. We can float around and get around it.
I got him.
She got him.
Hey, don't let that catfish take you down.
I got him.
Just a catfish.
Well, that's a big.
Hooked up to a fish. Justin put out a line just to see because we saw some tarpon rolling in the area. And it's not a tarpon. A tarpon would have jumped a long time ago, but it's a massive sail cat. It was just a catfish. I've never caught one of these big boys. Look at him. I'm not bringing him in the boat either. I'm not messing with this thing. This thing is going to hurt me. That's a big channel cat. And look at all the slime on the line, too. I mean, yeah, his slime is all over it. People eat those, right?
Yeah. There's a big catfish.
Like a 10-pounder. All right, bonus fish, end of the day. Sail cat. They got barbs on their on these spines too.
Yeah.
We are back at the dock and wrapping up our day, but I just wanted to say today was a gorgeous day, beautiful day on the water, super flat. It was glass this morning, just awesome out there. And we went to a multitude of spots. We saw a ton of species of fish. We got that beautiful red snapper to the boat, and we got a nice amberjack as well. I'm not going to eat that fish, but I actually know people who eat it, so that's a great fish to catch as well. And then a bunch of porgies for dinner. And I know that porgies are like super delicious. They're even more delicious than like yellowtails and other snapper fish on the bottom, so that's going to be a great dinner. But we had a great day, and you know, once again we were forced in by the rain, so that's Mother Nature. You know, there's nothing we can really do about that. We would have stayed out there and probably caught a ton of mangroves, but the weather just doesn't cooperate today. But special thank you to Captain Justin for putting us on the fish the last 2 days. We had an epic time catching a lot of fish and exploring Sebastian, and we need to come up here some more and fish. But check out Justin. I'm going to link him down in the description below if you're interested in a charter, inshore, offshore. If you want to fish the inlet for big redfish and big snook, you can do that too. So description below, check that out. And then also special thank you to High Rooms Resort for supporting Ladies That Fish and giving us a beautiful room here at the resort. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and until my next adventure, follow your dream and keep on catching.